Waiting for the runners to get started. Dennis should be one. Alright, so you guys are making it hard. Alright, Dennis is player 1. Twiggle is player 2. Okay, and... Alright, swapping the video. This will probably mess up my overlay the next time I host, but doing the easy thing now. Cool. How about some Spelunky music? Spelunky music. So the runners can start whenever they're ready. I'm just gonna wait until... Sorry for ears. Seamless. Alright, we're at roughly 25 seconds away from the race getting started. I promise not to talk about any of my races today. Twiggle's ready, 1 remaining. denis1080 is ready, 0 remaining. We got a 10-second countdown going in the SRL tracker. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, there's still a lag even though we had the tracker. Ah, very unfortunate. And they're off. I have it backwards. It's less than a second apart. See if I got it right there. Overdid a little bit with Twiggle. One more adjustment and we should have it all worked out. Who's making noise here? I swear I muted him. Oh, I got TwiggleSoft going on Twitch. Alright, so many windows. But we should be good to go at this point. No more errors from my point of view. Timers look good. They're both in 0-3. They both have 2 bombs left. So no big mistakes so far. This is the first match I'm seeing from what I called the Group of Death, Group I. It didn't actually end up being the Group Death. That was just good old Group A. Who knew that Patches would be such a fearsome competitor and whip out a personal best in the race he had to do it in. Wow, they're almost perfectly synced, both their timers and their tutorial performance. Not much to see here. Donnie has an interesting character, slightly greener version of an existing character, and we have a bearded version of the main Spelunker. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen that one before. I have watched Twig play quite a bit, so this is a possibly new Spelunker that he's brought out for just this tournament. Alright, how to mute Konato K so I don't have to listen to him. It's easy in Discord, you just do ignore person, right click, but I guess I don't need to use mod commands, I can just ignore him in Twitch. Alright, so what do we have here? Small lead for Twiggle. He's going to be finishing up the 1 bomb split. Dennis is just a single level behind, but still has great resources, so it shouldn't be a problem for him to finish, as long as he doesn't get an arrow trap or a spike. See if that comes true. Yep, he makes it through. So again, just a single level is the difference between these 2 runners early going. After a tied tutorial, so interesting. Interesting move by Twiggle. He actually jumps over a pile of gold, even though I don't think he's attempting a no gold ASO run in this tournament. That'd be pretty hype if someone felt that confident about their races that they added the extra difficulty. Of no golds. Alright, so the lead has ballooned into a 2-stage lead so far, maybe 1.5 stage lead, but still very manageable, just a couple seconds difference, maybe 15 to 18 second difference at this point. Nice thing for Twiggle is he's through another checkpoint, so deaths are less costly at this point. One more stage for Denis on the rope split, and now Twiggle begins to collect some monies. Already up to 6,100 after 1-1. That's a very nice cushion. He did burn a rope, which will make it a little bit harder to continue into the next level. Also taking 2 damage here on 1-2. So again, going to make it harder for him to continue and not lose the couple seconds resetting on the 2 bomb split. Now dropping down to 1 health, it actually becomes a question of whether he's going to be able to get out of the 10,000 gold split alive rather than whether he's able to be totally efficient with his splits here, with his deaths. So 900 to go on 1-4 and 1 HP remaining. Should be pretty liberal with his resources given that he probably will not continue. Avoids the gold pile? Let's see if that's costly. Yeah, and Twiggle actually exits with only 9,100 gold unless... Yeah, he's gonna have to redo the 10,000 gold split. He missed one that would have put him to 9,600, but then the second gold piece just never arrived. He would have had to bomb near the exit. So very, very unfortunate mistake right here by what some people are calling the favorite of the tournament. That might have changed now that Krill has shown that he's at full power, full skill, no rust. Alright, now Twiggle is potentially overcompensating by getting the full 10,000 gold in 1-2 on the second attempt. Once again, his HP is diminished. He's down to single HP to get through 2 levels. On the other hand, Denis has finished the 10,000 gold split, sees a dark level, and immediately resets. That's a pretty smart move. Looked like he wanted to continue, but the fact that he only had the fact that it was a dark level made it a little bit risky for a race scenario. Can't blame him for that. All right, 1-4 for Twiggle. Let's see if he can make it out alive, and he does. So a little bit of a hiccup, but he actually had a very quick 10,000 gold split the second attempt. So minimizing the losses there. And Denis has had 1 intentional death and 1 accidental death, which means the races are just less than a single stage apart. Trying to keep my eyes on both runners, but I'm not seeing anything too interesting. Denis gets a rushing water level and is going to make his own shortcut to make it a little more, little easier for himself on this level. He'll be short a resource, and that could slow him down in the future. But for now, pretty good, pretty safe move. At the same time, we see Twiggle dying at the end of 2-2. Pretty tough combination of a boomerang guy and a couple of other spawns that gave him some problems. Denis has a tough start to 2-4, burns a rope, and is actually going to end up dying after I think he missed a ledge grab and then fell one tile too far, stunned himself, and got hit by a tiki trap. Very unfortunate death there. That's just the difference one tile can make. Meanwhile, Twiggle has picked up the pace once again, and just like he did when he failed the 10,000 gold split the first time, he's really blazing through the jungle levels right now. Really impressive, and this is really how the difference in low percent skill can have a huge impact over the course of a race like this. He completes the 2-bomb split and will reset and be on 2 ropes. Meanwhile, Denis has 2 more stages to go to complete the 2-bomb split, and let's hope he can do that so we'll have a tight race once again. Nice straight down level for Denis. I'm going to start calling him Denis. It takes too much mental energy to call him by his accurate name. Or I'll call him Danny. And this will be my last cast ever because I will be kicked out for not appreciating the foreign or international flair to the Spelunky tournament. Alright, so we're at Denis is about to finish up the 2 bomb splits. Has to deal with a pretty nasty boomerang guy, but he's able to whip just as he tosses the boomerang. So they're on the same splits now, but Twiggle has a couple level advantage. He's already on 2-4 and has plenty of resources to spare if this ends up being a nasty level. Not a ton of difficulty for him, and he makes it out alive. Very nice. So about 3 stages are the difference between the 2 runners. Of course, Twiggle is now going to be entering the shotgun split, which is where Denny could potentially make up some of this lost time from some of these costly deaths that he's had. No shotgun on 2-1 for Twiggle, so he goes a little bit deeper, a little bit riskier. No Days Restless level to help him out. Let's see if he's able to find a shop here. Nope, no shop, so go a little bit deeper. A little bit more committed to this run every level you go through. And meanwhile, Denis is able to locate the exits. He still has 2 ropes left, and he's able to finish the rope split. Alright, Twiggle on 2-4 gets a Dead as Restless level. Let's see if he's able to find that. Yep, there's the Ash hidden secret shotgun. So what was starting to look a little bit iffy for him ends up being basically the best case scenario that he can have. He'll be finishing with a cape, which will allow him to get through the ice caves pretty quickly, as well as the shotgun, which he's able to complete. Denny is still looking for a shotgun, but he manages to find a black market. Let's see what other gifts he has in here. Oh, those, I think, a 5-second level for Twiggle, his first ice cave level. And Denny is going to go for the full shopkeeper rob. Uses the classic 1-bomb. Finds a shotgun. We see a compass. So far, nothing else too interesting. The compass is very good, of course, but to fully catch up, we'd really like to see a jetpack here, or at least a cape to match what Twiggle's working with. 1 more level to check, and he's got just a healthy supply of bombs. This is interesting. He's actually going to go back and get the Ankh, so playing the safe strat even though he's the underdog in this race. Meanwhile, Twiggle is burning some bombs, attempting to get into the mothership. He does, and so he's able to get the 3 bomb split. He has 1 extra rope to spare, which means he's going to keep going. Now down to 0 ropes, and he has to hope that all of the platforms, all the elevators are there if he wants to get through this mothership here. Ooh, he takes a death. It's not too costly. Probably about 20 seconds that he was in that level, plus another 5 seconds to go to the ice cave shortcut. But actually, he decides to double down on the mothership strategy. He's going to attempt both a rope and a shotgun split in the same go. This is going to require him to find probably extra ropes unless he gets a jetpack or at least climbing gloves. He burns a rope very early on in this mines, and now he's got no resources to spare. So again, really upping the challenge for this split. It's sort of an all or nothing proposition here. He does have a little bit of time to spare because Denny is still working on the 3 bomb split. To me, that would call for a safer approach, given that he had such a lead so far. Oh, wow, Twiggle sees the climbing gloves, realizes that he's going to need some form of mobility like that, but he's actually $500 short, and he opts not to go for it. In the next level, 1-3, he does find a shop with ropes and bombs. And luckily enough, the altar that he delivers the pug to will have the climbing gloves that he was looking for. So he's definitely going to be able to attempt the rope plus key split. And another lucky thing for him is that he does find the key at the very end of 1-4. Alright, so this race is really taking shape. It's really how consistent can Dennis play versus, or Denny play versus, can Twiggle get through the mothership with only a climbing glove and not a ton of resources to spare. Can't say I was expecting it to be this close, but we did know that Denny was going to be one of the fastest runners from Pot D. I should also comment and say that Denny is working on his own triple delivery, or at least double delivery. Oh no, it is his triple delivery. He still has the Ankh here. So, just needs to survive this mothership. And he has 2 extra ropes and 1 extra life to deliver at the end of this stage. Wow, this is pretty intense because Twiggle's really made a gamble here, and we won't know if it's going to pay off until much later in the run here. Wow. The nice thing is he does not have aggro, so that makes it a little bit easier, a little bit more manageable. Just to swing back to Denny and give an update, he was able to complete the triple delivery, and now he's going to begin his own gold key split. So again, the battle lines are drawn. It's really a question of whether Twiggle's able to deliver both items in the ice cave here, or whether he's going to have to reset and essentially do 2 separate key splits. That's the risk he took, and again, still not sure if it's the right move, but we won't know until, well, probably until the mothership, actually. Resources do look good, though, but again, still missing mobility, which would make the mothership a little bit safer. He won't have shopkeeper aggro, which will make exiting the mothership quite a lot easier. Alright. 3-3 for Twig. Meanwhile, Denny is still looking for the key. And Twiggle makes it to 3-4. So he'll be delivering the ropes first, and then he'll have 2 more levels, including the very challenging mothership level, to deliver this gold key. It's a ballsy move, I'll say that. I'll give him that. Alright, this is going to cost a few ropes here. Oh, just 1. Alright, very nice. So Denny has a aggro-free jetpack run with the key, so he's going to be blazing through the levels as well. Probably won't matter if Twig's able to pull off this exit here. But he's going to end up getting a very good time nonetheless. Assuming he's able to pull through here. But here comes the exit. That's what we should focus on. Twiggle screen right here. Oh, cuts it close there. But he gets out of 3-3, gets out of the mothership with the key. One more level, that should pretty much secure him the victory, or at least several attempts at Olmec before Denny is able to get the key delivered. Interesting decision here. He sees a shop with a bunch of bombs, and he's considering either robbing it or... Nope, he just wants to get the key delivered. So not thinking ahead to the Olmec split. And that's probably right, given that there's no reason to do a secondary gamble, given that he already made such a huge one in the key split here. Wetfur complicates things just a little bit, but doesn't deter Twiggle from getting the key to the exit here. So he will be in the Olmec split, and doesn't feel the need to reset. He's got enough bombs to take a safe bomb exit. He's got a machete. What better item than a machete can you have for this split? Climbing Govs might slow him down just a little bit, but I don't know if he runs into any webs along the way, he'll be able to cut those with no problem. But no, he instead drops the machete, and probably a smart decision there. Final passage of 4-2 for Twiggle. Doesn't even wait for the spike trap at the exit. Knows that he's fast enough. Makes his way through. Denny still needs to get through the ice caves with the key. Shouldn't take that long given that he's a jetpack. But at this point it's in Twiggle's hands. He has to somehow die with 7 bombs against Olmec. Big question is whether he's going to take it safe and guarantee a victory here, or allow Denny the chance to get back in by dropping down in a vertical shaft with Olmec. Let's see what he does. Alright, he looked like he was going to be doing the normal speed strat for Olmec, but instead he will make a nice little clean hole for himself. Let's see if these gaps cause any trouble here. They shouldn't. Yep, it's just going to cost him 1 extra bomb to get through. But, let's see, what can go wrong here? He could dangle a little bit on the edge too long. He could get stuck. There could be an exit shotgun keeper. But no, he makes it out. 21:10, 21:09. Very nice time for Twiggle. Meanwhile, Denny's putting together an impressive time himself. He has a jetpack still. He has a couple of items. Couple of resources left, so he's going to continue. Very possible that he could get, let's say, maybe a low 23, but no, he's trapped himself in the corner, and he makes it out. Very impressive. He didn't panic. He actually jumped up so that the purple rays will be drawn to him, and then sneaks under. Very, very smart, very heads-up play. Yeah, definitely cheering for him to finish cleanly. It's been a good race for him. Both of the runners had a couple of deaths, but none of them were that costly. They weren't on the big splits. They were just on, let's say, the 2-rope split or what have you. Possibly one death in the shotgun split, but not that costly. Oh wow, Denny just avoided a pretty well hidden spike trap. And he's going to advance to Olmec here. Let's hope he can get it on his first try and put in a pretty nice overall time for tiebreaker purposes. Let's see what strategies he uses. He has an extra bomb, and so he actually does go for the initial bomb strat. Oh, that was kind of cool. He backed off. Usually runners will run through Olmec, but I guess it's just as safe with a 1 bomb strat to just stop after you've aggroed him and drop directly into the hole. That's actually a little bit cleaner than the way that I usually do it, so I might try to pick up that strategy. Couple critters exiting, but really no problem with Olmec for Denny. So 23:08 for him, very respectable time, and that would have been a win against quite a few other runners this tournament. Unfortunately, he's up against Twiggle, who knocked out a 21:09. But all right. Actually, not quite sure if there's any other races coming up next, but happy to host if that is the case. For now, I'm going to mute. Again, good game to both runners, and good luck to future races in your pool. Gonna mute.